Hey everybody, Leroy here. Doing another quick look type of video. This time for Rayman Legends, the long-awaited Rayman Legends for myself personally. If you haven't heard of the Rayman series before, which most of you should have, if not, shame on you. Classic old school 2D platformer, similar in vein to like the old school Marios, but as some would say, a little bit better. Others would say a lot better, like myself. The original Rayman Origins for 360 and PS3, actually one of my favorite games from 2012. So this was a highly anticipated game for me. Unfortunately, it did not come out originally when it was supposed to. This was originally a exclusive to the Wii U system. However, last minute, Ubisoft decided, hey, let's just delay it, make it multi-platform, and, you know, recoup a little bit more money than we were originally going to put out. Now, granted, I guess the original story, how that goes, is the game was done back in March of 2013, March of this year. However, by the time it got done, they decided to go multi-platform, and instead of releasing the Wii U version like it was supposed to release back then, it got delayed for everything and then made multi-platform, and here it is 6 months later, September, but it's finally here, so we're going to jump right in. Now, I have played a little bit of Legends already, so some of this is going to be retreading for me personally, but I don't mind it. Figure it's better to sort of ease into it anyway. So what we got here is essentially our main hub, which gives you access to a lot of the different levels, challenges, picking your heroes, things like that. They call it the main gallery. This would be the hero screen. Challenges, which they actually did have the challenge maps available for the Wii U for free off the eShop these past couple months, so that was a good thing that they did for, you know, the fans who adopted early. It was put out those levels so that we can get a little taste of things to come. Kung Foot, I have not tried that out yet, so I'm not quite sure what that is. Back to Origins is like a handful of the classic levels from Rayman Origins brought back so that you may experience them and remember just how damn good they were. And then creatures. Creatures are little collectibles, from what I can tell, that you get from picking up certain items. But there's no need to really delve into that right now. So we'll start out with Teensy's in Trouble. And we'll start off with Once Upon a Time, just to get you acclimated to how this John works. Now, one thing that is immediately apparent with the Rayman games is they're absolutely gorgeous. Like, easily the best, one of the best looking 2D series I've seen in a while. As with any 2D platformer, you have your collectibles, which are, I believe they're called balloons, which they were, I don't know if they've been around the entire series, because I never really played the earlier Raymans, but they were definitely around back in Origins. Found ourselves a little in area here. I messed that up. And then these are the Teensies. The Teensies are, I guess, the main thing. I guess they would be this game's equivalent of stars if you're used to the Mario games. Teensies are what you collect in order to unlock new characters, levels, things like that. Now, some of them you'll just naturally come across as you're playing the game. Others you will have to do a little bit of searching for to find them hidden throughout the level. And we're going to run into a Murray section here. Unfortunately, I do not have a camera set up to show you how it is on the Wii gamepad, but the general gist of it is once you get to the Murray levels or sections, it takes over on the gamepad, and it's a, you know, it becomes like a mini touchscreen based game instead. Now, when you're playing as Mary, the AI controls the main hero there. Is this Murray or Murphy? I'm not quite sure. I don't pay attention to things that show up on the screen. But as you can see, there he is right there, and you actually control him with the touchpad to guide the dudes along the main area. Basically remove all of the obstacles for them. Oh, I don't remember that dude being there. You guide them along, move the obstacles so that they can actually get through without dying. And it sounds sort of lame in the beginning, but once you start to play through it and you play a couple of the challenge levels with the touchscreen, it actually does kind of make sense, and it's a lot more fun than I was originally willing to give it credit for. I know a lot of people were very upset about it when they were first announced, but, you know, they do an alright job of making those sections actually kind of fun. Now this is one of the sections where it uses the built-in motion of, like the motion sensor of the Wii U gamepad, so I'm actually controlling it right now by tilting the gamepad. There we go. Whoop. That was terrible. We're gonna ignore that section. Come on, little buddy. You can do it. A little too extreme for that one. Now, I don't know if they carried these over into the main game, but I know when they had the downloadable challenge maps, the touchscreen levels were sort of like endless runs, meaning it was a goal to see how far you could get without dying. And not gonna lie, a couple of them were actually really challenging, and I found them to be more fun than the actual regular Rayman levels. So props to Ubisoft for actually, you know, nailing that. I needed 4 more looms to get the scratch-off ticket. The scratch-off tickets are collectible tickets that you get for, you know, getting a higher number of looms. They have 6 panels where when you scratch them off, you get basically whichever items match up the most in those 6 blocks are what you get. Some of them will be lottery tickets that you use to unlock the Origins levels and the collectible creatures. Others are going to be like bonus looms, like 1,000 here or there. So they're pretty neat. Give them a random element to them. Gives you a reason to actually try to collect more looms as well, because some of those original Rayman Origins levels were pretty spectacular. One of the things that stands out to me about this series, ever since I played Origins, was just how sort of crazy detailed the environments are, and just the animations are in this game. Like, granted, I'm playing this on the Wii U, but you know, I'm still very surprised at how high quality they managed to get the animations in this series. It sort of blows most of the 2D games I play out of the water. Like, I would rather look at this all day than look at another generic shooter from the perspective of an aimless, soulless, like, dude. Another thing that helps is that it is a 2D platformer, and they really don't sort of do those anymore. Takes me back to the days when I was a young, sounding old, but younger gamer, when games like Mario, Mega Man sort of ruled the day. And challenge wasn't a taboo. Alright, we've reached our second level. Now, one of the smart things this game does, and I really feel like if you're going to make a platformer, you sort of have to do it this way. If you do die, there very rarely is a loading sequence. You pretty much immediately just bump right back into the last checkpoint you left off at, which is pretty good. It doesn't interrupt the action, which is very key. I feel like with these kind of games, if you were to take a break, like have a couple seconds to reload and think about it, it interrupts the action, interrupts the flow, and sometimes it takes you out of the mood of wanting to play. Now we start to get into some of the trickier sections with moving platforms that can and will crush and kill you. Nope, yep, there we go. And we're right back into it. Somehow, I'm not surprised that I managed to do that. Or that. Nope, that means I already got you. I don't need you, dude. Another way that I think this game manages to get it right is they aren't really long or drawn out levels. Everything is sort of very short, concise, to the point. You don't really get sick of being stuck in the same level because you're not there for that long. So it's really sort of impossible for you to get sick of it. We're gonna switch heroes real quick because I'm more partial to carrying a battle axe. Get in there. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, the game does have local co-op, but my usual running partner, Justin, is currently unavailable, but we will be doing streams of this in the future. So you get to see us be giant raging dickheads to each other. Another one of the main things that I really, really enjoy about the series are the music levels. Mainly because the games do have a genuinely, like, addicting soundtrack. I'll just let you listen for yourself. There's no way that that doesn't get stuck in your head for at least the first 3 days. Now, I haven't unlocked all the music levels yet, but I guarantee you, if that's just the opening sample, the rest of this will be fantastic. We'll do one more level. We'll do a classic Rayman Origins level. Just to sort of live it up in the past for a second. People love didgeridoos. Oh, you douchebag. There we go. So we got a hidden one. Didn't have it before. Now even the, I guess the hidden teensies are in the same spot that the hidden looms were in the original game. So, you know, if you remember them, good job. If not, it's going to take a little bit of discovery to re-find them. That switch. And I know I keep harping on it, but there's not enough that can be said about the soundtrack to this game and the fact that even the way the environments and the enemies sort of play into the soundtrack as far as providing all the, you know, the additional sounds, additional instruments, even just, you know, ambient noise. Really, really, like, awesome job. Well done. And it's something that I can appreciate. It's little touches that most developers don't put the time into. Makes playing the game genuinely fun. And at the end of the day, I really like playing fun games. And I feel like a lot of releases these days sort of fail to see that, but not Rayman. Rayman is fun as all goddamn hell. So that's a oh, just reached the 3rd level of awesomeness. So we got some bonus looms, and I've got 100 out of 700 of the teensies. So I've got quite a bit of ways to go. Enemies from another world invaded a painting you already visited. Created a new painting where you'll find more teensies to save. Oh, isn't that nice? Let's go see it. Before we go, let's go see that. Invaded? Never that. Oh, time trials. I am not gonna make this. And I'm pretty sure this is a remixed version of the track from this level as well. And it might be better than the original, that's even greater! Aw, come on! I could've saved that 3rd dude. No fear. I got you, little buddy. Alright, we out of here. So that's just a little small sampling of Rayman Legends, just to give you guys a sense of how it is. Now, we will be doing a live stream of some co-op stuff in the near future once our good friend Justin gets back from whichever southern state he's inhabiting this week. So, on behalf of the rest of the bench, I am Leroy. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you guys later.